I would like to express my views on the situation arising out of drought and drinking water crisis in many states and need to consider interlinking of rivers and water resource management for sustainable solution to mitigate the crisis. Today, the farmer of the country is reeling under crisis. Our farmers are suffering losses due to hailstorm and drought during their last 2 years, and price rise and wrong policies of the government have had a telling effect on our farmers. The agriculture growth rate has come down drastically during this period. There has also been a decline in the wages and agriculture export. The allocation under the Manrega has also been slashed. The previous UPA government had made a substantial increase in the minimum support price of various crops, but the present government has made only a nominal increase in their prices. I request the union government to release the compensation and insurance amount at the earliest. This government has imposed new conditions on releasing compensation even in the case of natural calamities. Even if a single farmer commits suicide, it is a blot on us. The farmers are not even getting appropriate compensation for crop losses. Out of 8 states, 6 have sought the central assistance of rupees 20,000 crore. What is the status of release of central assistance? In spite of galloping prices of pulses, the farmers are getting a meager MSP. I urge upon the government to implement the Swaminathan Commission's recommendations of providing credit to farmers at 4% interest rate. We would like to request the union government that loans of farmers should be waived. Crop insurance can be one of the major relief to those farmers who are affected by flood, drought, or by any other type of natural calamities. It is not possible for a state to tackle all these things, and therefore the central government has to rise to the occasion. What do we do as a nation when there is drought, when there are unseasonal rains, and when their crops are destroyed? We give a mere rupees 2,000 per hectare as compensation to those farmers who have lost their livelihood, who are heavily indebted and may probably lose their lands to Mahajans, to non-formal lending institutions, associates, or moneylenders. This type of meager compensation will not solve the problem of the poor farmers and reduce the problem of suicides committed by farmers. The union government should take effective steps to tackle this drought and drinking water crisis in the country. So far as the drought is concerned, last 4 consecutive crops have been damaged badly due to excessive rains and drought, and the farmers have suffered a lot. This change in climate has not occurred recently. Rather, it is the result of indiscriminate falling of forest and exploitation of natural resources for a long period. Farmers are committing suicide because their other resources have vanished and they are dependent on cash crops and grains only. The union government should approach the state governments to ensure that the farmers get adequate power supply for irrigation in the states where it is not adequate. Now I will come to the position in respect of Karnataka state. In Karnataka also, the farmers are facing severe drought situation. The drought situation has become a continuous problem for the farmers in the state. The farmers, having been continuously put to this type of hardship, are financially incurring huge and great losses. The consequential effect is that they are resorting to commit suicide. The farmers committing suicides is not restricted to Karnataka alone, but the same situation is prevailing all over the country. To counter this problem, the irrigation system should be developed, especially for drought prone areas. Now, I would turn your attention to coconut growers in Karnataka. In the whole of Karnataka, the coconut growers are put to a lot of problems because of the depletion of the underground water and also because of the continuous droughts. My request to the government is not only rejuvenation of coconut trees in Karnataka but also to pay compensation to the farmers who have lost their coconut trees because of the depletion of underground water and also because of the continuous drought situation. In view of the continued severe drought prevailing in the entire country in general and Karnataka state in particular, there is a complete depletion of underground water. The borewells dug are yielding no results. This is also causing burden to the state exchequer. Hence, the union government needs to look into the issue and provide necessary financial and other assistance to the Karnataka state to overcome the drought situation in the state. As and when these natural calamities occurred, it is the moral responsibility of the union government and also the state governments to rescue the affected people from the said calamities. The state governments primarily take all necessary steps to handle the situation with its limited resources. However, it is not an easy task to deal with the natural calamities like drought and flood without the assistance of the union government. Therefore, the union government should take steps to disperse the financial and other assistance to states as soon as it receives the proposals seeking financial assistance and other help to tackle the situation. In this connection, I would like to make a few observations that whenever there is drought or flood and hailstorm occurring in the country, the government is mainly concentrating on dealing the situation with either the authorities from the Ministry of Home Affairs or Ministry of Agriculture. The union government, particularly the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Agriculture, take lead in sending a team of experts to study the situation and seek report in this regard. This is to be expedited using the advanced technology, and the government should ensure that the competent authority should rise to the occasion without wasting time to handle the adverse situation during natural calamities. I think that natural calamities such as drought and flood, require proper management of water.